Hello, and welcome to I Hate Your Movie, where we inflict movies on each other for your entertainment. I'm Dan,
I'm Rick.
and this week I made Rick watch one of my top 10 absolute favorite movies. Yes, I'm setting myself up for failure. It was Fargo, directed maybe by the Coen brothers. We get conflicting information whether it was both of the Coen brothers or just one of them, but both of them wrote it.
Yep.
So there's that. Starring William H. Macy, Frances McDormand, Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Buscemi. I know. It is, for a while, I would have said that it kind of like, if I have like a top 10 movies, it just circles right around the top 10.
Okay.
Nowadays, I would totally include in my top 10 movies of all time. Every time I watch it, and I only watched it like a couple of months ago as well. Every time I watch it, I like get something new out of it. I think it's amazing, perfect, like perfectly written. Like there's not a single thing out of place in this movie. The acting is wonderful. It's an interesting story, and it's just extremely well done. So Rick, what did you think of Fargo?
What was my one sentence review?
What's your one sentence?
I think my one sentence review is this.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would have been a really good film if I was awake.
Boo.
There's a little bit of like not the film's fault to this
Mm-hmm.
because I'd been up since like I can't even remember 3 or 4 in the morning, and then we sat down to watch this film. And given what this film is like, it's not made for that. You know,
Yeah.
it's the kind of film that you watch in an evening, and you've had a
Glass of wine.
a glass of wine, maybe. You've got sort of cheese board to your right.
It's not that snobbish, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It's the kind of film that you watch when you want to really get into a film. You don't want to watch something silly or stupid. You want to watch something and you want to be able to try and interpret bits and pieces from it, and you want to try and get something, like you say, something different from it every time. And this is that film.
Right.
It is not you've just walked 9 miles worth of work 3 or 4 in the morning and then sat down to watch this film.
And then watch Demolition Man, and then watch Fargo.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think there is a good film in there.
Okay.
That wasn't my experience.
That's more positive than you ever think you say about anything I would recommend. I think even on the surface, there's a lot of things to get out of this movie.
Yeah.
One thing I love, and I criticize your movies a lot about this, I think, is that I want like a good underdog story, you know? I love an underdog. I love a person who's like, they're not physically or whatever, mentally, whatever, they're not up to the challenge and they just have to rise to the challenge. And then how do you achieve that with like first frame, pregnant policewoman, perfect, like really advanced pregnant, perfect, immediately underdog. Like she can't do physically that much. She's super capable and she's very good, but you immediately root for her because she is like a very, very hard disadvantage in this kind of scenario.
If that's something you said to a pregnant woman, she would kill you.
I don't know. In this scenario, when there's like murders and like very physically able men doing murders and like shoving each other with like wood chippers and killing each other with axes and like there's really violent scenes, I do feel like you root for her more because she is pregnant.
I feel like it's more, for me at least, it's more of a moral thing than a capability thing.
Sure. I mean, again, she's super capable.
Yeah.
She's like really good policewoman. She's really smart. She's kind.
You can spin it on its head and you can make it positive. You can say that she's got this extra thing to contend with and she does it brilliantly.
Right. Yeah. Well, I caught that in. What you just said. I mean, to me, it's the same. Like, we can't help our advantages or disadvantages or whatever you want to call it. We can't help. Each one of us has that, and it's like kind of circumstances and that kind of stuff. But like, she really like rises to the occasion. And I just love her character, and she plays it perfectly.
My first note you won't like.
Okay.
I'm afraid. It's the first frame that says this is a true story.
I knew.
And you knew I was going to hate it.
Yeah.
You knew I was going to hate it because it's pointless and stupid in my eyes. Like, why?
So yeah, this movie starts with "This is a true story." The names have been changed. It's like very seriously, like
Yeah.
the names of victims have been changed. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm just really not that fussed about that. You know what? It's like it's kind of like. Have you ever seen Prestige?
The Prestige.
The Prestige, yeah. When they like magic tricks and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. That's also one of my favorite, top 10 favorite movies.
I love that film, by the way.
There we go. Finally, something we love. That's one of my top maybe 5 favorite movies of all time. In the film Prestige, it's like really showing you how magic tricks, how deep the bullshit goes. Of like, you are fooled from the moment you're entering the building.
Yeah.
In a magic trick. Like they show that guy who's like really old carrying something really heavy. It's like, how does he do that? And then they walk outside and he's still like old and frail. He's not old, he's acting like even outside the building. So to me that it's kind of like that, and that includes like Amadeus. You're fooling the audience but for like an artistic reason, for make believe, and that's what kind of movies are as well. So I think it is fine and acceptable.
I understand what you mean, and I take your opinion on board. And I disagree.
All right.
Because
it's not real.
Because it's not real. And you don't gain anything
You do.
in watching this film by believing it's real.
I mean, I can't say for myself because I know it's not real. But to me, like when I sit down and start to watch this movie and it says this is a real story, it does kind of add like an extra layer of believability to it. I don't know why that is.
Okay.
Even though I know it didn't happen. It's just I'm transported into a different world where this has happened. It's kind of like that. Although this did not happen specifically, the whole story is inspired by different like murder cases around the same area. So there was a guy who was put in the wood chipper.
Okay.
There was like a plot of a guy who tried to kidnap his own wife to get some money out of the rich father. So there's like bits and pieces from it that's real. What do you think about silly accents?
Silly accents.
Don Tootin.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Don Tootin.
Sounded like a Rick and Morty
Yeah.
sound convention.
Oh, jeez.
You think?
Cheese? Cheese. Yeah. Cheese.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think it's just part of it is that we don't really see movies featured in areas like that in America. They call the flyover states.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you go to New York, you go to California, and that's pretty much it. People think that's America, but you know, there's all this shit in the middle. There's like, could be have interesting stuff happening, and then that's why you don't really hear this accent in movies.
Just like the frog.
The frog.
The frog, yeah. Frogs don't go ribbit. Only one species of frog in the world goes ribbit.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's indigenous to Hollywood. So when they have frogs in films, they go ribbit. And then that's why everyone thinks frogs go ribbit, and they don't. That's the only species of frog that does it.
They go, hello, my name is Mr. Frog. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, someone's going to have to fact check that. But that's what I think I've researched it like once. And it was true.
Okay.
Funny accents. I think your favourite lady, what was her name?
Julie McDormand.
I think Julie McDormand.
Frances McDormand. God, I bet I got that wrong loads of times before. I don't know why I want to say Julie. It's Frances McDormand.
So yeah, your favourite person, Julie/Frances McDormand. Her accent in this film is fantastic. And people from this area might want to kill me, but it implies a level of naivety.
Yeah, and she does play like a naive kind of person as well.
But she's not at all.
Well, she has like a heel turn, I think. And that's what I noticed in this rewatch, mostly. Because there's that scene where I really never knew where to put that scene. Like, why is that in there? When she meets the pervy guy.
Pervy guy.
Yeah, they have it's like an old school friend.
Oh, yeah.
And I always, when I watched that movie, I was like, why is this scene in there? And on this rewatch,
I did wonder as well.
I finally figured it out. Because, yeah, she is like this naive, kind, like talkative, bubbly person. Everyone's lying to her. Jerry Lungard, the main character, the guy who has the plot to kidnap his wife.
Yeah.
He's like lying to her like all the time. And everyone's lying to her, who like she investigates. And she meets this guy who's like an old high school friend, and he comes on to her. And then he explains that, oh, my wife died, and I just act a bit weird now because I don't know what to do with myself. And then later on, she gets a call from another school friend who's like, oh no, that guy never dated that girl, and she didn't die. He's just a pervert. And I never knew what to do with that scene. But immediately after that scene, Frances McDormand goes back to the car dealership where the guys who started this kidnapping plot. And then she has like this new look about her where like, I'm not gonna believe what you say anymore. You know, it's like second time investigations. So I think that's why that's in there.
Really? Okay.
Because she has like a turn of naive to kind of switched on more.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense from the start to finish. To be honest, I didn't get any of that. I just thought she was kind of like playing naive to the people she was interviewing so that they would let their guard down.
I mean, maybe. This is one of those movies where you can interpret it in many ways. Let's start with the plot.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's this guy called Jerry Lundegaard, and he's like a very meek, kind of nervous guy, and it makes this whole plot of kidnapping his wife to get money out of his father-in-law. Mm-hmm. And it all goes wrong, and it gets fucked up really immediately.
Yeah. I'm going to say something you're probably going to hate me for, right? And a lot of people might hate me for this. If they love this film, which they are fair in doing, I did not like William H. Macy for this role.
Really?
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, there's something about him that just doesn't work for me. He's too not every man. I don't know everything about that, but he just doesn't seem like he should be playing. Like, put Bryan Cranston in this role, and you get it's perfect. And then the rest of the film around that, it works.
Not every man how?
I don't know. I can't describe it. It just doesn't quite fit. He's like a rectangle block trying to fit into a square hole. It's there. It's almost there. It's close.
I think it's perfect. He's got an Oscar nom for this as well.
Yeah?
It's the only Oscar nom ever.
Okay.
And he also pursued the role like very aggressively, where he turned up to like the Coen brothers' other movies and said, I'm gonna play this role. I don't care what you say. And he said like something like, I'm gonna kill your dogs. Jokingly, if I don't get this role. I think it's perfect. And apparently like all these stammerings and like awkward like speech patterns are completely the script. Like apparently there's nothing improvised by him. It's just all in the script, how he stammers and everything. It's perfect.
Wade, what the heck are you talking about?
Stan and I are okay.
Yeah?
We're good to load in,
Yeah?
but we never talked about your fee for bringing it to us.
No, but Wade, see, I was bringing you this deal for you to loan me the money to put in. It's my deal here, see?
Oh, so good.
I thought everybody else was fantastic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, Julie McFarlane, or whatever her name is.
Julie McFarlane.
Whatever you called her earlier. Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand.
Is it McDormand?
Yes, I think so. Look, I'm not good with names. I'm good with faces, and I love her. She's great.
So, yeah, Fanny McComb.
I have to censor that.
She's great. I think she played it very well. Whether or not it was kind of like layers of like an actress playing a very intelligent woman pretending to be naive, or the fact that she was played naive very well and turned it around at the end to very intelligent, whatever that is, she's fantastic. This is the best thing I've seen Steve Buscemi in.
Really?
Yeah, I think it just works perfectly for his character. Bearing in mind, I haven't seen a lot of the very, very famous Steve Buscemi. He's in Reservoir Dogs.
He's in Reservoir Dogs.
I've never seen it.
He's not the standout in Reservoir Dogs, to be honest. He's Tim Roth.
Yeah, he just kind of this slime bag kind of guy who's not quite there. And he chats bullshit, and he was perfect for it. It's just the thing I've seen Steve Buscemi most fit his character.
Right.
Or fit his persona.
So saying he's a slime bag.
He does it very well.
He went back being a firefighter in 9/11.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play.
So that's why you call it slime bag.
Tell me now, right? What else has Steve Buscemi's friend been in?
I'll tell you. I know where you know him from.
Where do I know him from?
Constantine, he's the devil.
He is the devil in Constantine. Oh, thank God.
Peter Stormare.
Yeah?
And he's a Swedish guy, I think, but he plays like a lot of Eastern European Slavs in movies, like villains. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, Peter Stormare. Yeah.
Ah, he was great. The fact that he could do so much with so little
Yeah.
was brilliant.
He was the creepy one without saying anything. Mm-hmm. You want to know what fun facts?
I do want to know some
Oh my God.
fun Fargo facts.
And I know this on top of my brain.
Yeah?
Because I always like, this blows my mind, right? So they went to shoot this in Canada and then kind of the same area they're portraying for the snow. Because they wanted like a big snow movie. And it turned out to be the most warm winter in 100 years or whatever. So most of the snow you see is fake.
Really?
And it looks incredible. Somehow. I don't know how they did it. They never do snow right in movies. And there's like, because there's that scenes where like there's a parking lot and it's like pristine, untouched. Looks
Yeah.
like for days. They did that.
Really?
Yeah. And then they had to like go in with the crane and then like don't touch it. It blows my mind when I see that because it's like so vast what they do.
Yeah.
It's like so far away, snowed in. And there's like William H. Macy goes to it and if he like slips and fucks up, that's in the movie, I guess. Because they're not going to do 8 more hours setting that up,
Do you know what? That is like the one thing that would terrify me the absolute most about being an actor is just fucking up that one like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
an entire building blows up behind you and a car drives like into a wall.
Yeah.
And you turn to the camera and you're like, line?
Yeah. Or the Joker moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to give one criticism of this film, and I think you're going to like this about the film, it never actually explains why William H. Macy owes a lot of money and who to.
Oh, I think that's heavily implied. I think it's because he doesn't sell any cars. I think that's it. And they work on like commission or something.
Okay.
Because that's like one of his first customers, or like he's trying to sell all this bullshit onto them. Mm-hmm. And he's really trying, and he looks like desperate for that. So I think that's it, really.
Just that he's not good at his job.
Yeah, he's not good at his
He's
job.
320 grand in debt because he's not very good at his job.
Yeah, because he's an idiot as well. So if we spend something, I don't know. Maybe try different things, different business ventures before.
Give him a gambling addiction.
It's too folksy. He's too like small town America for this.
Yeah, give him a situation where he was in charge of the cars and they all got stolen and he had to replace them, or he lied and said the insurance paid out. Because he left the door open and the insurance didn't pay out because it was unlocked.
Yeah.
He didn't tell anyone. So he's borrowed 320 grand from a loan shark and now he has to pay it. Something like that.
That one would make him look like a good guy, kind of.
You reckon?
I think so. If he tries to make like a business, right? Yeah, more than he is in this.
But yeah, give him a reason to need that money.
Right.
It can be in character. Like I say, I don't think it would make him look like a good person. I think it would make him look like an idiot who's trying to cover his tracks.
Which he is in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the little touches. He sold some cars on paper, with quotation marks, and then they're not getting like the money and the bank transfers. So he like intentionally doles out a pencil, and then writes down the serial numbers of the cars very badly, intentionally. I love that little detail. That's so fun.
Yeah, that was cool. I like when he's on the phone and he's like, "Oh, I'll fax them to you," and the guy's like, "No, don't fax them to me. I'll, send them to me." I was like, "Yeah, definitely, I'll send them to you." Goes on a little bit. So yeah, I'll fax them to you later.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so like, it's like a bad guy you don't really see in movies. He's like a nervous wreck. From moment one, he's like just 100% anxiety the whole time. I like his character. Is interesting because it shows you how this crime takes away his whole life. He completely forgets about his son. It's like during this whole like business negotiation kind of, he's trying to sell something and then they kidnap the wife and then he's like trying to negotiate getting the wife back. And someone says, "So what about little Timmy?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, oh fuck, I completely forgot about him." That's when it really shows him how awful he is when he goes to lie to his son. And like, "No, say your mother is in on holiday or whatever." Oh, just awful. That's also like very interesting. How little lies and how little crimes can like spiral out of control. They're just supposed to kidnap the lady and nothing happens, and then they get pulled over because they didn't put on something that's legal on the dealership car, and then the other guy kills the cop, and then there's another car, and they see that they dragging the cop's body around, so now they have to kill them. It's kind of like a twisted comedy of errors. Of like, oh shit, now we have to do this. And then because Jerry, the main guy, his father-in-law is really like, I want to get involved, and that wasn't his plan, so that gets fucked up as well. He gets shot. Oh, so good.
It just reminded me of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so?
Because it's a really annoying, like, mechanic in the game. That if you commit a crime and somebody witnesses it, they, like, start running off to the lawman, then you have to chase them down, and you kill them, and you're like, oh, and then somebody else has witnessed the crime over there. 2 people have witnessed the crime over there. You're like, for fuck's sake, I'm running out of ammo now, and I'll go get on my horse, fucking run them down.
Load save.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my midway question is...
Yep. You're towards the end question.
Towards the end question is, do you think you can get away with a crime if you've done something like that? Do you think you had enough like plan Bs and fallbacks and that kind of stuff they wouldn't spiral out of control?
When was this film filmed?
Like 96, but it's weirdly, this is also a fun fact, I guess, that it's weirdly like a period piece from the 80s.
Okay.
Like it's from 10 years from then when they filmed it. It's weird. But it says 80 portrays 80s, 90s filmed.
Yeah. In the early 90s, late 80s, yeah, you can get away with loads of crimes. These days, almost definitely not.
Yeah.
You know, your phone's being tracked 24/7, and usage is probably as well. When you can track when people are online on Netflix or whatever, and they continue watching and all that kind of stuff. I think it's real difficult. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm like one of those people who thinks everything beeps when you walk out of a shop. You know?
Yeah.
When it doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in the late 80s, hell yeah, you could get away with all kinds of crimes.
Hear that? If you're in the 80s, do all the crimes. Do it now before it gets ruined by the modern society.
Do you know what my favourite subplot of this film is?
Yeah.
Is Frances McDormand's husband's painting competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you really like got involved in whether he gets on the 3-cent stamp or whatever.
Yeah. And I genuinely really liked it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you for why. It's because it's important to his life. And what she does as a job is a job.
Right.
And she's become slightly desensitized to it. And they just share their moments together. And it's nice that, like, she puts aside all this horrible stuff that's happening and talks about that. He's a really nice guy. She gets woken up in the early morning and he gets up and makes her breakfast. And I don't know, you can read like a lot of deep bits into it, like especially at the end of the film. And I'm probably at this point going to sound incredibly pretentious and like, and I'm getting notes of
Get your wines out, swirl them around.
Get your cheese ready. Get it out of the fridge and it's sitting on the side because you should do that with cheese, by the way.
What, is this the segment already? A snobbish segment. It's about cheese.
And if you're not having your cheese with a ripe Beaujolais, then it's not the... Anyway, the film ends. I'm pretty sure it ends with them in bed.
Yeah, cuddling, yeah.
Cuddling in bed. And he's talking about his stamp, and it's kind of... It really speaks to, like I said a little bit before, about her job and how she's desensitized to all the horrible things that have happened around her. Because it's not like she goes home and has an emotional crying response. She's just, yep, that happened. How was this? How was your day?
She doesn't have like an emotional moment about it, but when she arrests the guy, Peter Stormare, she's like just sitting in the car with him, and she's like, why are you doing this for money? Like, that's kind of her, that moment that you talk about.
Yeah.
Which is her, like, she just lets it all go. Like, do you know, there's more to life than a little bit of money. And then she has this, like, good life mindset about her, which is kind of like the theme of the movie. Good life should win out over gross money and gross business stuff. You know, like all these, like, small little moments in your life should really be the meaning and not chasing the money.
Yeah.
Not chasing violence. So it's perfect because after that, like they're all like, so why you doing this for money? After that, she goes home, cuddles the husband. Husband said, "Oh, I'm on the 3 cent stamp." People need 3 cent stamps because when they raise the postage, people are gonna use it. And he's like, "Oh yeah." Kind of ruins the moment that that guy also played the Zodiac killer in the movie Zodiac. But oh well, that's just my little own thing.
We're going to come to the ratings in a second. And maybe if I'd have been a little bit more awake when I watched this film, I would have noticed little bits here and there that tied up at the end. But I feel like this is quite an early Coen brothers film. Am I right in saying?
I would say like more mid.
Yeah?
Because they started early 80s.
Okay. I feel it feels very early to me in that there's a lot of threads that go parallel that don't really tie up at the end. Have you ever seen the film One Night at McCall's?
No, what the fuck is that?
I think it's someone's poor attempt at like a Coen brothers film.
Okay.
It stars Liv Tyler and I think John Goodman. So loads of things happen in the film, and like there's a cop in it, and there's a guy who's like his crime is he's pretending to be a builder. And there's another subplot where like there's a husband who's kind of whipped, and he buys this statue of like a American Indian like totem,
Right.
and he puts it in his house. And all of these subplots come together at the end where they have a fight, and in the fight there's a cop, there's a builder, there's an Indian guy, and the fourth village person. And it all just kind of ties up at the end in this kind of funny fight between the village people.
And that's the only point why all those things are in there.
I can't. I think I watched it so long ago. I might even be like misremembering a lot of it. But that kind of like every single minute detail of every single plot point is just perfectly tied up at the end. That's what I associate with a Coen brothers film.
Right.
And I feel like this doesn't have that kind of like neat ending. It has an ending where the kind of like you could see it going on. Like the Francis McDormand character, is going to wake up tomorrow to a new crime. And it doesn't have, for me, it doesn't have that perfect ending.
Yeah, I recommend you watch this again at some point.
Yeah.
Because you just trust me on this. Genuinely. As a writer, there's not many movies that are this perfect in terms of setting things up, paying them off, no better exposition, silence, characters, have arcs, and all that stuff. Genuinely.
Okay.
And that's why I love this movie. It's like writing is so chef's kiss. It is genuinely one of the best movies ever made. And every time, I've watched this more than 10 times now. Every time I watch it, I get something new out of it. So that's why I'm rating it a 2 out of 5. No, a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yes, it is a 10 out of 10.
Bold. Very bold.
Well, it's one of my favorite movies.
I will rate it. I'm going to go 7. I was leaning towards 6.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. Because there's a lot of bits I didn't pick up on.
Right.
Being half asleep.
But it's another rare 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd get another 7 out of 10 so early. So Conan the Destroyer and
Fargo.
Conan the Barbarian Destroyer is the second one.
Yeah.
And Fargo is on the same level. Just to let you know, movie critics. Same quality of movie.
Same enjoyment of movie.
Right.
It's not a question of quality. It's a question of how much I personally enjoyed them.
Right. Please like and subscribe if you like this episode, and watch Fargo.
Yep, watch Fargo. What are we watching next, you ask?
Oh yeah.
I Am Torn. Like Natalie Imbruglia.
I still don't know what that is.
I Am
said that
Torn.
so many times before. I still haven't learned what that is.
Okay, here's the choice you have.
Shrek 1, Shrek 2. Shrek 2 all the time, mate.
Expendables 2, Expendables 3. Or spend 4 balls.
Expend 4 balls. Fantastic 4 or Fant 4 stick.
Would you like to stay in the 90s?
Always. But don't give me the option though. I need to know.
Or would you like my version of Ed Wood? It's about a guy who you think it's a feel-good film about a guy who knows what he wants to do and he goes out and does it despite the odds.
Yes. It is about that.
It's not
I can't lie about that.
It's not about that. It's about a guy who made the worst film ever made. He is ridiculed and has been ridiculed since the film released, and he will be ridiculed.
But it's also what the first thing you said is also true.
Okay, we're not going to get back into that because we've been through that so many times. I can't do it again.
Okay.
I don't have the emotional.
I'm curious about what this would be. More than
I think you might have actually seen it.
Okay. Well, you not just present me with the movie titles and I'll
No. You have to pick based on limited interaction.
Okay. You're Ed Wood.
Yeah.
I'll pick your Ed
Okay,
Wood.
so we are watching the film Chef.
Oh, I've seen Chef.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna watch it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite films.
Really?
Yeah, it genuinely is because it is. I genuinely think it is an uplifting film about following your dreams.
Unlike what I recommend to you, right?
Yeah, well, cool. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.
Thank you very much for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye. Do you think there should be a crossover movie between Pig and Chef? And the chef serves off pig with like an apple in the mouth.
Well, the chef serves up Nicolas Cage's pig
in an apple in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like roast Nick Cage.